So here's what we're chatting about this morning, my friends. We are going to be talking about negativity and specifically clickbait and all the negative crap that we're seeing online. Because I don't know about you. I'm done. I'm done with the negative.
I saw that you were done.
I was done.
Last week.
I'm telling you. And because here's the thing. I tend to be positive, and I've told you this before. I get a lot of pushback from people, and people are like, well, you can't be that happy all the time. I'm like, I'm not. I'm ticked off half the time. But why are we putting this out there? But then, you did some research and sent me some really cool articles. People are responding to this. Like it's a psychological thing, which is what was interesting.
Yes.
And I want to talk about the psychology behind it, but I also want to spend some time figuring out how we can improve on it, because I don't know, is it just me? Are you tired of the negative too? Or is it you good with it?
I am. I feel like I've gotten really good at letting it just kind of go in the background.
Okay.
So I have my sources that I like to go to just to gather information. I kind of like hearing both sides just to know what's happening. It's kind of like you're a competitor.
I agree with that, because I will read. I mean, and the clickbait's right. We're going to talk about that, but it's, I do like to know, like I make my own educated choices and decisions. I don't, and let me start by saying this. I also try not to offend people. I used to. I'm getting where I'm kind of starting to try to offend people now, because it just sounds like fun. But it's, I think Matt's rubbing off of me. I don't know. But we're trying to kind of put everything in this nice little bow. And I don't care. I mean, let me be very clear. I don't care what your views are. I really don't. I mean, not you. You, I care because you're in my inner circle. But most people, I really don't care what they think.
Yeah.
If you want to be negative, awesome. If you want to be positive, even better. I'm just going to ignore the negative, folks.
Yep.
So it's really one of these things. I do research and do my own on both sides of the table. So if you're listening, I don't care what you think about the pandemic. I don't care if you love Fauci or think he's a buffoon. I don't care if you think Trump did a great job or think he's an idiot. I don't care if you think Biden is the best thing since sliced bread or if you hate him. I don't care. You do you, boo. I mean, that's really, that's kind of where I am. Where I start to get aggravated is it's like everything is just negative. And our brains are loving every minute of it.
Yeah.
So tell me about it, because you read that article, the Psychology Today article.
I did. What's so interesting too is if you haven't seen The Social Dilemma, a lot of this feeds on Netflix. A lot of this feeds into it, where it feeds you and you feed it.
Right.
So whatever you click on, if you didn't know, you know now. You're being tracked.
Yes.
Everything
it's starting to freak me out a little bit after watching that, because I'll see something.
Yeah.
I thought about something the other day. Thought about it, and it was
in your feed.
It was in my feed.
Yeah.
And I had not Googled. It literally was in my brain.
Yep.
And I have not been microchipped yet. I haven't gotten the vaccine. I haven't done. The chip is not in me. If the chip is in me, I don't know how. I know. I think I could be wrong. If the chip is not in me, I don't know. But I literally thought of something the other day. I'm not kidding. But people are feeding it. Maybe the machine
knew you were going to think that thought because of your other previous searches.
That could be. And what's funny though, some algorithms are messed up. Like Instagram, I don't even know what y'all are feeding me on Instagram. And we're streaming live today on Instagram
we're
too.
Live
so
on Instagram and
I
Facebook.
know we're live. Tell me what you're thinking, Instagram, because some of the things that come up on, I'm like, what the heck is this? I mean, it makes no sense. There keep being babies. I don't have babies. I'm not anywhere close to grandbabies yet.
Do you have friends with babies?
Maybe I've Googled a baby gift not too recently though. It's strange, because I do get the algorithms, and honestly, I have mad respect for the algorithms. One, because I'm a statistics and math nerd, so I love that. But two, it does help us figure out as marketers, as advertisers, what people want to do. And that's, what's interesting is I try to stay positive. I try to focus on the good stuff, and I try to help people, and I don't do the negative clickbait. And I'm thinking maybe we should change I don't want to change our strategy, but that's what's selling. I mean, you're in marketing. You guys have a phenomenal marketing firm. That's what's selling, right?
Yes, but you also, I like being different.
I like being different.
I like being
different is good.
Which is why I love your show, Kristen.
Because I'm different.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you are positive
positively nuts on most days.
No. And your show is doing really well too, because you are tapping into your people, which are the people who are tired of the negativity.
Right. That's true. Because I'm very big on finding your people.
Yes.
And I'm very big on finding your uniqueifier, which I always talk about.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is my people, if you really look at, and for those of you guys who haven't read, when I put out You're Not For Everyone last year, it's really about finding your people. And I truly believe everybody has their own set of people that were meant for them, and they're just your folks.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of friends. I'm very fortunate in that regard, but my inner circle, like they're my peeps.
Yeah.
And they do tend to stay because I'll get away from the negativity really quick. But online and all stuff, the psychology behind it was what was interesting. It said that we naturally do that because it's kind of the fight or flight thing, and that our bodies were conditioned to look for the negative, so we knew how to protect against it, which makes sense when we were cavemen.
Right.
And
right.
I mean, there are still some cavemen around. I've met a few of them. But for the most part, we have evolved from cavemen where we aren't having to make sure there's not a saber-toothed tiger behind us.
Yeah.
But we still psychologically kind of see the negative and go, ooh. And I get, because what the psychology article said was, you see the negative ad and you're like, ooh, that's something bad. I need to learn more about it so I can protect myself from it, which makes sense from a psychological standpoint. But then why do we go down the negative rabbit hole?